Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 55, number 645. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "None spoke in cradle but three sad face. The first was, Jesus, the second was, there a man from Bani Israel called Jurayh. While he was offering his prayers, his mother came and called him. He said to himself, shall I answer her or keep on praying? He went on praying, and did not answer her. His mother said, O Allah, do not let him die till he sees the faces of prostitutes. So while he was in his hermitage, a lady came and sought to seduce him, but he refused. So she went to a shepherd and presented herself to him to commit illegal sexual intercourse with her, and then later she gave birth to a child and claimed that it belonged to Jurayh. The people, therefore, came to him and dismantled his hermitage and expelled him out of it and abused him. Jurayh performed the ablution and offered prayer, and then came to the child and said, O child, who is your father? The child replied, the shepherd. After hearing this, the people said, we shall rebuild your hermitage of gold. But he said, no, of nothing but mud. The third was the hero of the following story. A lady from Bani Israel was nursing her child at her breast when a handsome rider passed by her. She said, O Allah, make my child like him. On that the child left her breast, and facing the rider said, O Allah, do not make me like him. The child then started to suck her breast again. Abu Hurairah further said, as if I were now looking at the Prophet sucking his finger. In way of demonstration, after a while the people passed by, with a lady slave, and she, i.e. the child's mother, said, O Allah, do not make my child like this, slave girl. On that the child left her breast and said, O Allah, make me like her. When she asked why, the child replied, the rider is one of the tyrants, while this slave girl is falsely accused of theft and illegal sexual intercourse. Volume 4, Book 55, number 646. Narrated by Hisham. From Marmar as below. Volume 4, Book 55, number 647. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, I met Moses on the night of my ascension to heaven. The Prophet then described him, saying, as I think, he was a tall person with lank hair, as if he belonged to the people of the tribe of Shanus. The Prophet further said, I met Jesus. The Prophet described him, saying, he was one of moderate height and was red-faced, as if he had just come out of a bathroom. I saw Abraham, whom I resembled more than any of his children did. The Prophet further said, that night, I was given 2 cups, one full of milk and the other full of wine. I was asked to take either of them which I liked, and I took the milk and drank it. On that it was said to me, you have taken the right path, religion. If you had taken the wine, your Muslim nation would have gone astray. Volume 4, Book 55, number 648. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet said, I saw Moses, Jesus and Abraham, on the night of my ascension to the heavens. Jesus was of red complexion, curly hair and a broad chest. Moses was of brown complexion, straight hair and tall stature, as if he was from the people of Az. Volume 4, Book 55, number 649. Narrated by Abdullah. The Prophet mentioned the Messiah ad-Dajjal in front of the people, saying, Allah is not one-eyed, while Messiah ad-Dajjal is blind in the right eye and his eye looks like a bulging out grape. While sleeping near the Kaaba last night, I saw in my dream a man of brown color, the best one can see amongst brown color, and his hair was long that it fell between his shoulders. His hair was lank and water was dribbling from his head, and he was placing his hands on the shoulders of 2 men, while circumambulating the Kaaba. I asked, who is this? They replied, this is Jesus, son of Mary. Behind him I saw a man who had very curly hair and was blind in the right eye, resembling Ibn Qatan, i.e. an infidel, in appearance. He was placing his hands on the shoulders of a person while performing tawaf around the Kaaba. I asked, "Who is this?" They replied, "The Masih, ad-Dajjal." Volume 4, Book 55, number 650. Narrated by Salim from his father. No, by Allah, the Prophet did not tell that Jesus was of red complexion, but said, "While I was asleep circumambulating the Kaaba, in my dream, suddenly I saw a man of brown complexion and lank hair walking between two men, and water was dropping from his head. I asked, 'Who is this?' The people said, 'He is the son of Mary.' Then I looked behind and I saw a red-complexioned, fat, curly-haired man, blind in the right eye which looked like a bulging-out grape. I asked, 'Who is this?' They replied, 'He is ad-Dajjal.' The one who resembled to him among the people was Ibn Qatan. Az-Zuhri said, he, i.e. Ibn Qatan, was a man from the tribe Quza who died in the pre-Islamic period. Volume 4, Book 55, number 651. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. I heard Allah's apostle saying, "I am the nearest of all the people to the son of Mary, and all the prophets are paternal brothers, and there has been no prophet between me and him, i.e. Jesus." Volume 4, Book 55, number 652. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's apostle said, "Both in this world and in the hereafter, I am the nearest of all the people to Jesus, the son of Mary. The prophets are paternal brothers. Their mothers are different, but their religion is one." Volume 4, Book 55, number 653. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, Jesus, seeing a man stealing, asked him, "Did you steal?" He said, "No, by Allah, except whom there is none who has the right to be worshipped." Jesus said, "I believe in Allah and suspect my eyes." Volume 4, Book 55, number 654. Narrated by Umar. I heard the Prophet saying, "Do not exaggerate in praising me as the Christians praised the Son of Mary, for I am only a slave. So, call me the slave of Allah and His Apostle." Volume 4, Book 55, number 655. Narrated by Abu Musa al-Ash'ari. Allah's Apostle said, "If a person teaches his slave girl good manners properly, educates her properly, and then manumits and marries her, he will get a double reward. And if a man believes in Jesus and then believes in me, he will get a double reward. And if a slave fears his Lord, i.e. Allah, and obeys his masters, he too will get a double reward."